regret to have to inform you that the ancient Mayan prophecy has come true, and on December 21st, 2012, the world as you knew it blew up. You, however, should feel honored as you were selected to participate in the Hyper-Focus 2012 mission, a project made with the hope of preserving all of pop culture's most treasured memories. I'm sure you have at least 45 questions, and rest assured, all will be answered. Please direct all questions to Hyper-Focus yourself or your robot assistants, the awesome and incredible Davy, or Catsio, if need be. I know that you may be a bit upset since everyone you knew and loved blew up, so you were sent up with your cats as well. Signed, Davy. Mayan prophecy? Earth gone? What the?
Hello.
Whoa! Who said that?
I said that. I am Hyper-Focus, the central processing unit of this ship. I'm all around you technically, but for the sake of us talking, you may address my optical lens in front of you.
Hello?
Hello. We have eagerly been awaiting your arrival.
We?
Yes, we.
Who are you?
Didn't you read my note? You don't know how hard it was to write that considering how tiny my hands are.
Yeah, I read it, but I was just a bit upset, so who are you?
I'm Davy, your robotic microphone student, and you must be Khris, with a K. You're here to teach me everything nerdy about the human race. You see, one day you'll die and I'll have to pass Earth's history down to whoever finds this ship.
Can we just leave a note?
We can leave a note, but can a note do this? Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, you got me there, but why you a microphone?
I like music.
Sweet, I do too. What's your favorite song? You know, I had some pretty impressive dance moves back in the day.
Actually, I write my own stuff.
Oh,
And besides, I don't know any of the songs you know. You haven't taught me anything. I barely know anything. In fact, the only thing I do know for certain is that milk is white. And that took me 14 years to learn.
who's that?
Oh, that's Catsio. She usually just makes noises, floats around, and projects stuff from her eyes. You know, normal cat stuff.
Catsio, huh? Looks more like a cat hole than a cat to me. Whoa, calm down there, girl.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, Catsio. My name's Khris. With a K. Can you say that? Oh, I like you. So, what do I do here?
Well, like I said, you have to teach me everything there was about human existence. Your ups, your downs. Why humans would spend hours at a time watching a yellow sponge.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I need things like visuals and diagrams, and don't even get me started on things like physical objects.
I can easily do that for you. Whenever you want something, simply ask the Magic Dome to create it. As long as it was made before Earth blew up, it won't be an issue. If it's visuals you require, both me and CatCUO have all of human media downloaded for your disposal. We can even create new visuals based off the info you give us. All that's needed is someone to provide some context.
Alright, so I guess I can do that, but I can skip things like, basic things. Internet, TV, Star Wars, stuff like that.
Internet, TV, Star Wars. You're telling me the stars are fighting?
Oh, Star Wars. Lightsabers, stormtroopers, blue milk.
Blue milk? And yeah, I thought it was white. That's 14 years of research down the drain.
Wow, looks like I got my work cut out for me. Looks like I'm gonna have to teach you about a bit of where we left off before Earth blew
A
up.
bit about where we left off.
Yeah? Hyperfocus, how do I go about that?
Just ask me to bring you to the Magic Dome, and the Dome will do all the rest. All you have to do is provide the commentary.
And the Magic Dome is where?
Just ask to go there.
Alright, Hyperfocus, take us to the Magic Dome. Oh, good lord, that's gonna take some getting used to. My organs feel weird.
Mine too.
I don't think you have any.
Hey, why do you get a nice chair and all I get is this box?
Catsio's right. That's not why we're here. Let's focus on the important stuff. Alright, let me set the stage with what was the most recent nerdiest thing to happen before the planet blew up. On October 30th, 2012, Disney bought perhaps one of the most well-known IPs in media history, Star Wars. Suddenly, we were hit with the news that we were going to be getting a sequel trilogy, standalone films, and a bunch of other stuff, and it was pretty big news.
I mean, yeah, I'd imagine if the stars were fighting, it'd be pretty big news.
No, Davey. Again, the stars weren't fighting. It's a movie, and even back in 2012, it was still a media giant and a big drawing force for products.
I don't get it.
But to be serious, prior to Disney buying Star Wars, it was in a weird spot. Yeah, we still got video games, and we even had an ongoing animated show that people were starting to really enjoy, but in terms of big movie releases, we weren't sure we'd ever get anything again. You know, stuff that people actually wanted to see, though. Not that. And to be honest, Disney buying Star Wars seemed like it kinda made sense given how intertwined their histories had been. So, sure. Why not? We didn't know what was going to happen in the current Star Wars canon, and there were, of course, some concerns that Disney would, well, Disney-fy it. But for the most part, people felt generally safe that the newly announced trilogy would be pretty solid due to how they had handled the Marvel movies.
I'm sure that trilogy would have been just as beloved as the original trilogy.
Right? Well, anyway, news of this spread pretty quickly and was highly talked about because by 2012, the internet and how people communicated on it started to change. What used to be the most popular social media platform at the time, MySpace, was quickly being phased out at this point by Facebook.
People made faces out of books, you all sicken me.
No, that's only the Necronomicon. But with more people getting the internet and the more widespread acceptance of Facebook, the spread into many nerdy things started to become much easier, and a lot of things that were once considered for nerds started to become more accepted.
Like Dungeons and Dragons?
No, not in 2012. The mainstream average person wasn't at that point, but it looked like it could have headed in that direction with the rise of comic book movies, which sort of spearheaded this kind of nerd acceptance movement back when the MCU kicked off with Iron Man back in 2008. Because by 2012, we already had 6 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and people were actually seeing them because they were really well-crafted films. So this overabundance of movies didn't really bother us because generally there wasn't a lot to complain about, and that was even after Disney bought Marvel back in 2009.
Disney sure was buying a lot of stuff. Someone should have maybe looked into that.
No, I'm sure it would have been fine. What is that? Catsio, stop it! It would have been fine, trust me. Stop that. Turn it off. Thank you.
So, all of these Marvel films were good?
For the most part, they had some weaker entries, sure, but even those were still fun to watch, as at the bare minimum, they always managed to get a good laugh and have great action scenes. I mean, when you can somehow take something that looks as goofy as this,
Dear God.
and make it look like this, then you know you're doing something right. But the most important thing is that all these movies tied together and weren't just separate entries, and that got people talking. Supposedly, everything was sort of leading up to this big purple guy named Thanos attacking them.
Who's he?
I don't know. I was 18 at the time and really just stepping into the comic book world for the first time. I mean, sure, I'd seen the Spider-Man movies and some other things here and there, but I wasn't that into the comic book world yet. But to me, it didn't really matter because, hey look, that cube thing from Captain America has now been in 2 movies, so it's gotta lead somewhere. Look, the point is that while, yes, these movies did work together to create a cinematic universe, they were still enjoyable by themselves, and even if you didn't see all the other movies, each individual one still made sense. In fact, I didn't see Captain America or Thor until after I saw Avengers, but I knew when Avengers came out I had to see it because, well, they'd been building up to it for 4 years.
So, everyone used the internet to exclusively talk about this Marvel stuff?
Well, no. Ease of access to the internet also saw the rise of YouTube, which had come out years prior back in 2005, but was really starting to blow up with the rise of many content creators. Many things were being shared around and people were able to more easily create content and get their voice heard. Human voices, Catsio. Unfortunately, people probably weren't ready for sentient piano cat bowls. People wanted to talk about all kinds of stuff, from video games to fashion, and while some people were switching to a new way to absorb media in the way of streaming things on their TV or YouTube, sitting at home watching cable TV was still big and sometimes could actually feel like an event.
Watching cable TV. A time-honored tradition I'm sure will never end.
Well, it makes me fondly remember what was one of my favorite TV shows back then, The Walking Dead. While still in the middle of its third season when Earth blew up, it's hard to believe how popular it was. When it was on TV Sunday nights, it truly felt like an event. You could see a status update from someone on Facebook that simply read, "Oh my god, I can't believe that happened!" And with zero context, you just knew they were talking about Walking Dead. It truly felt special, and the numbers backed it up with around 10 million views per episode.
Surely it sounds like it would have only gotten better.
Truly! Definitely not something that would have dragged on for over 150 episodes and spawned a bunch of weird spin-off shows of varying quality. AMC, the channel that showed Walking Dead, was also having major critical success with its show Breaking Bad. In short, when one of these episodes dropped, everyone was glued to their TV so they could talk about it the next day.
They glued themselves to TVs? I'm essentially held together by hot glue, and even that seems too much for me.
But yeah, things were pretty good for the most part. We had a nice blend of technology that was not overbearing, and doing things with friends from far away was becoming a lot easier due to, at this point, the internet sort of becoming a necessity. I mean, maybe I'm just looking back at it with nostalgia-covered glasses, or I'm old, but things just felt better.
Well, technically, if you've been asleep for 14 years, you'd still have the thoughts of an 18-year-old, so what about that and other science facts?
I think you should just repeat to yourself this is just a show, and you should really just relax.
What's that?
I don't know. Beer and okay. I thought I'd try something different than a thing. I don't know. Alright, Hyperfocus, take us back.
Whoa, that sure was a lot of info. I really like the Star Wars stuff. And with the news that Disney purchased it and plans to make a new trilogy, who knows what we could have gotten next?
I know, right? Imagine Leia and like Han Solo have a kid and he turns to the dark side or something.
I mean, it could work. Sounds like it'd make for a good 7th movie, but pretty disappointing an unplanned 8th and 9th movie.
Well, you're right, Cassio. There was more to life than just pop culture things. Earth was filled with all kinds of mystical and wonderful things.
Was it all good?
No, there were things like war and most shows on MTV.
Well, what was worse, war or MTV shows?
Maybe it was Jersey Shore? No, it was war. War was a scary thing. You know, there were times in history where people thought the world was going to end due to things called nuclear bombs. Well, you know, they used to say you could duck and cover to survive one, but I always found the whole idea silly.
Duck and cover?
Yeah, you know, duck and cover.
Ducks need to cover what?
No, you know, like those old wartime propaganda movies. Duck and cover before the bomb drops, yeah.
Nope, no clue. Maybe if you showed me a cool Hollywood movie about it, I'd understand.
I can't do that, bud. Even out here in space, the rules of copyrighted materials still apply, but Hyperfocus, do you think you could set us up with a royalty-free so I can definitely post it, film on ducking and covering?
Sure thing, coming right up.
Hyperfocus, take us to the Magic Dome.
Oh god, my organs really are messed up this time, Chris.
Well, what makes you say that?
Your organs are in my organs!
Hyperfocus, fix that!
Sorry, my bad.
Give me a heads up next time.
Yeah, jeez. Can't see you. Get off of his hat.
Oh my god, Bert, watch out! George was a little bit too curious that day.
He did what we all must learn to do. You and you and you.
What is this, Groundhog Day?
How many monkeys have to die for your sick pleasure?
Be sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends,
He
because
hid
every
from a
one of us
monkey in a
must
tree?
remember to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about.
Escaping dynamite thrown by monkeys in a tree.
Official civil defense film produced in cooperation with the Federal Civil Defense Administration.
I've seen Iron
and in
Giant. I
consultation
know
with
none
the
of this
Safety
works.
Commission of the
Iron
National
what?
Education
It's a movie.
Association.
Maybe we'll talk about it
Produced
sometime.
by Archer Productions Incorporated. Hey, Bert, come on out and meet all these nice people.
No, I don't wanna.
Oh, all right. We really can't blame you.
You
see,
did just
Bert
take
is a
two
very,
consecutive
very
things
careful
of dynamite
fellow.
from
When there's
monkeys.
danger, this is the way he keeps from being hurt. Sometimes it even saves his life.
Most of the time, though, it
That's why
doesn't.
these children are
Simon
practicing
says,
to
touch the
duck
floor.
and cover, just as you do in your school. We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous.
As you
It may
all
be
know,
used
the
against
atomic
us.
bomb is
We must
very
get ready for it,
dangerous.
just as we are ready for many other dangers that are around us all the time. Fire is a danger.
But it's like
Can burn
really
whole
cool, so we
buildings
let it
if
slide.
someone is careless. But we are ready for fires. We have a fine fire department to put out
Well,
the fire.
not
We have
really,
fire
actually.
drills in your school so you know what to do. Automobiles can be dangerous too. They sometimes cause bad accidents.
Other
But they are
times, really cool
We have
ones.
safety rules that car drivers and people who are walking must obey. Now, we must
Hey
be ready
kids, come
for a
over here.
new
Look at this
danger,
really cool
the
accident.
atomic bomb. First, you'll have to know what happens when an atomic bomb explodes. You will know when it comes. We hope it never comes, but we must get ready. It looks something like this.
It's actually
There's
pretty
a bright
neat.
flash, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen. If you are not ready,
It could
did
turn
not
you
know
into a
what to do,
tree.
it could hurt you in different ways.
Physically and
Knock you down
emotionally.
hard, or throw you against a tree or a wall. It is such a big explosion, it can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town. But
Again,
if
really
you
cool
duck
stuff.
and cover, like Bert, you will be much safer. You know how bad sunburn can feel. The
Mom,
atomic
do you
bomb
think today you
flash
could not
burn
rub
you
your
worse
perfume
than
on
a
me?
terrible
The other
sunburn,
kids make fun of me
especially
for
where you're
it.
not covered. Now, you and I don't have shells to crawl into like Bert the Turtle, so we
We're
have to
both
cover
gonna
up our
die.
own way. First, you duck, and then you cover. And
Chris,
very tightly,
would
cover
any of
the
this
back of your
work?
neck
No,
with your face.
absolutely not.
Duck and cover underneath a table or desk or
With a
anything else
fox
close by.
in a box.
In Betty's school, they are talking about the atomic bomb, too. Betty is asking her teacher, how can we tell when
When
the
can we
atomic
go
bomb may
outside for
explode?
recess?
And her teacher is explaining that there are two kinds of attack. With warning
Our
and
kids are
without
either gonna
warning.
die with warning or no warning.
Time we will be warned before the bomb explodes. So there will be time for us to get into our homes, schools,
Or
some other
stay
safe
outside and enjoy the weather.
place. Our civil defense workers and our men in uniform will do everything they can to warn us before enemy planes.
Hey, those
bring the bomb
binoculars
near
can
us.
see stock footage.
You may be in your schoolyard playing when the signal comes.
Psst, Johnny, now's a
That
good
signal
time to
means
steal the
Stop
base.
whatever you are doing and get to the nearest safe place fast. Always remember, the flash of an atomic bomb can come at any time. no
Except on
matter where you may
Halloween.
be.
We don't know why.
You might be out playing at home when the warning comes.
Oh, God, every time.
Then be sure to get into the house fast, where your parents have fixed a safe place for you to go.
Under a school
If you are
desk.
not close to home when you hear the warning, go to the nearest safe cover. Know where you are to go, or ask an older person to help you. You know the places marked with the S sign? They're
Public
safe places to
shelter.
go when you hear the alarm. If there is a warning, you will hear it before the bomb explodes. But sometimes, and this is very, very important, sometimes the bomb might
Sometimes it go
explode
boom, boom,
without
no
any
sound.
warning. Then the first thing we would know about it would be the flash. And that means duck and cover fast, wherever you are. There's no time to look around or wait. Be like Bert.
Physically
Flag,
become a
duck
turtle.
and cover, and do it fast. Here are some older boys showing what to do if the flash comes when you are not in the classroom. This is what to do if you should be in a corridor. You duck and
Get on the
cover
ground and
tight
scream like a
to the wall
baby.
this way. Remember to keep your
What a
face and the back of your
loser.
neck covered tightly. Try to fall away from windows or doors with glass in them. Then, if the glass breaks and flies through the air, it won't cut you.
But it will look
You
cool.
might be eating your lunch when the flash comes. Duck and cover under the table. Then, if the
Now
explosion
eat the
makes
gum
anything
under
in the
the
room
table,
fall
you
down,
loser.
it can't fall on you. Getting ready means we will all have to be able to take care of ourselves. The bomb might explode when there are no grown-ups near. Paul and Patty know this, and they're always ready to take care of themselves.
They always
Here
bring
they are on
portable
their way to
desks
school
with
on a
them.
beautiful spring day. But no matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb. Duck and
Jesus,
cover.
Paul, I think you cracked
Paul
Patty's
and Patty
skull
know what to
open.
do. Paul covered the back of his head so that he wouldn't be burned.
And then he
Patty
slammed
covered
Patty's
herself
skull
with the
into a
coat she
brick
was
wall.
carrying. They knew how to duck and cover. They acted right away when the flash came.
I prefer
They
Batman,
had
but...
been at this doorway when the bomb flashed.
They
Paul
had to
and
sit
Patty
on this
were
guy's
ducked
lap.
and covered this way, like this girl. Heavy doorways are a good place to duck and cover. She will be safer, too. Here's Tony going to his Cub Scout meeting. Tony knows the bomb can explode any time of the year, day or
Again,
night.
except
He is ready
not
for
on
it.
Halloween. We
Duck and
don't
cover.
know why.
Yeah, well,
Boy,
unfortunately,
that
Tony
flash
wasn't wearing a
means
helmet.
Act fast. Tony
The
knows
bike
that it
hurts
helps to
me
get
when
to
no
any
one's
kind of
looking.
cover. This wall was close by, so that's where he ducked and covered. Tony knew what to do. Notice how he keeps from moving or from getting up and running?
He knows he can't
He
escape
stays
it.
down until he is sure the danger is over.
Yeah,
The
stay
man
down,
helping
Paul.
Tony is a civil defense worker. His job is to help protect
Wait, is
us
that an
when
arrow
there
on
is
his
danger
forehead?
of the atomic bomb.
Oh my god,
We
it's
must
the Avatar.
obey the civil defense worker.
What?
What's
We must
Avatar?
know how to
Oh,
duck
we'll-
and
we'll get
cover
there,
in
don't
a school
worry.
bus or in any other bus or streetcar. Duck and cover. Don't wait. Duck
Order
away
now.
from the windows fast. The glass may break and fly through the air and cut you. Sundays, holidays,
You undercooked
vacation
all the
time,
food, now I have to make
we
a
must be
fire
ready
during a damn
every
picnic.
day, all the time, to do the right thing.
Ugh,
when the
this
atomic
picnic
bomb
can't get any
explodes.
worse.
Duck and
It's
cover.
not in the cooked anymore.
Yep,
This
neither are
family
they.
knows what to do, just as your own family should.
What would suck if
They
I
know
farted
that
right
even a
now.
thin cloth helps protect them. Even a newspaper can save you from a bad burn.
Oh, Garfield, what
But
will
the
you
most
get into
important thing of
next?
all is to duck and cover yourself, especially where your clothes do not cover you. No matter where we live, in the city or the country, we must be ready all the time for the atomic bomb. Duck and cover.
Boy, can't run
That's the
into a
first
pile of
order.
manure.
Duck and cover. The next important thing to do after that
Get the
is
license
to
plate
stay
of the plane that
covered
dropped the
until
bomb.
the danger is over. Yes, we must all get ready now, so we know how to save ourselves if the atomic bomb ever explodes near us. If you do not know just what to do,
Then you're
ask your teacher
stupid.
when this
Hey,
film
Chris,
is
we
over.
spoke over it the whole
Discover what
time.
you
Yeah,
can do in different places
whatever.
if a bomb explodes. Older people will help us as they always do, but there might not be any grown-ups around when the bomb explodes.
Or
Then
after.
you're on your own.
Remember what to do, friends. Now tell me right out loud. What are you supposed to do when you see the flash?
Smile for the camera!
Duck and cover.
Oh, we got it wrong.
Alright, do you get the gist of it now?
Yeah, I think I get it.
Alright, hyper focus. Take us back.
With our organs in our own bodies.
I'll try my best.
Wow, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah, at least up here we don't have to worry about nuclear bombs. Hey, what's that noise?
Ship's nuclear-powered engine crisis fixed. Catastrophic explosion averted.
Oh.
So, what's next? I got a lot of learning to do before you run away.
I think that's enough for today. I don't want to overwhelm you, and besides, I gotta go in more in the loss of all my loved ones.
But you won't teach me more, right?
Of course. Sure, I'd love to see my room. Catsio, lead the way.
Well, better get to work compiling all that new information.
Must you do it in song?
Does a half-inch thick death stop a nuclear bomb?
No.
What? Yes, it does. Did you learn nothing?
Oh, I learned something all right. It's you who wasn't paying attention.
I was too paying attention.
Oh, sure you were. Listen, a desk isn't going to stop a building from falling on you, and it wouldn't be just one nuke. It would be a bunch of them, and would you even...
When the Mayans called it back in 2012, the world went dark, time itself just fell. But one lone nerd was sent away to keep our memes and dreams at bay. Khris with a K, he's lost in space, saving the nerds of the human race. 14 years later, he's wide awake, recording the past for the future's sake. With DV the mic and Cat CEO, he drifts among the stars aglow. He only knows what used to be true, so everything old is shiny and new. From comic books to retro games, he talks about them just the same. From old short films to anime, it's all still cool in Chris's way. Khris with a K, the cosmic geek, searching for data week by week. Out past Earth where the signals fade, the last nerd logs what the past once made. It's Hyper Focus 2012.